Hello everyone, this is Sarah from Snowstorm Beauty Tutorials, and today we're doing another hair video. And today's a fun one because we have a human haired wig from Wish, so it was very cheap, and we custom colored it to have a money piece and some balayage ombre in the back. The wig is quite a bit darker than the picture. It also states that it's supposed to be light brown with dark blonde highlights, and it has little to no dimension or highlights. It's definitely a different color, so I would have to give this wig probably 4 stars out of 5 stars because all of the rest of the description is pretty accurate. And it has adjustable combs and lace front wig and even lace in the back. And it is pre-plucked. It's got a very natural hairline. It's pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with it because I can color it to whatever color I want. I will leave this wig and also the seller's page in the description box below because they have tons of wigs and hair pieces. I did bleach the knots on this wig so that the scalp looks more natural, and I'll leave a link at the end of the video. And today we're using Matrix Light Master with 20 volume, and we're going to mix that up. I like it pretty thick but slightly drippy. And we are going to take a horseshoe section on the very top, and I kind of zigzag it so it has a natural part so there's no harsh lines when we do the color. And I'm going to clip that out of the way. We're also going to do that to the side sections in the front. Today I started at the hairline so that I have the most brightness around the face. You'll see here in a second I'll start with that top piece, and I will actually do back-to-back foils because I want maximum impact with minimal effort, and I am weaving it still because as I feather it up it will just look more natural with the base color being a dark brown. That way we can get maximum dimension on this wig, which has little to no dimension at all. I do very thin sections, again, so I can get proper saturation. And after this foil here, I'm going to speed it up quite a bit because it gets monotonous and just for time's sake for this video. But to where you can see my foil placement. To repeat, that's 5 back-to-back foils. Okay, now I'm bringing down a little bit of hair, and then I'm going to weave on top of that, and then we are going to put that in a foil, leaving some hair in between just to create a nice background for the money piece in the front. Okay, and now here's where the balayage ombre comes into play. We are going to grab that piece that we skipped and we are going to tease that. And then we are going to place the foil down because I'm balayaging in foils. And I am going to just put enough lightener right there to stick it to the foil. And then I feather it up in a V pattern. And you want to lightly and gently feather that up so it has a nice gradient. And then as it meets in the middle, then you're going to saturate all of that hair down there so it has a nice beautiful blend. And then I put another foil because it's quite long, and then I'm going to stick another foil on top and fold that up so I don't disrupt the pattern that we just did. Okay, now we are on the sides of the hair, so we are going to lightly put a foil in the front here and weave that out so we have that nice brightness around the face. I'm going to take down that clip and I'm going to diagonal it the other way just for speed so we can make the maximum impact with minimal effort. And I'm going from back to front and I'm going to weave out a section and tease it and then place a foil and just paint the lightener on and fold it on up. The reason why I took a thick weave on this section is because it's really hard to see any foils in this section because it hides with the hair, so that way I do a thicker one right there. And you'll see as I get more and more closer to the hairline, I get a thinner and thinner weave, and I'm still teasing it right now. As I get closer to the hairline, you'll see me do more and more foils and smaller weaves, and then I stop teasing at some point and do it right close to the root. This is for more brightness around the face. And repeat on the other side after you're done with this side. And in the back we have that top section still from that horseshoe section that we have, and then I just put the remainder of the hair into two bottom sections. And on this top section here, before I continue to the bottom, I'm going to do a few more tease weave sections on the top. On these tease sections, it creates a natural ombre effect because you're teasing the hair, so it actually creates its own gradient. And you can see with all these sections that I'm teasing, I'm feathering it up into that tease. And you'll see here when I show the back, I've already done the right bottom section, and we're going to start with the left section and we're going to weave that out and we are going to tease it. And we're starting about at the middle of the head because we just want to blend this all in, and I'm only going to paint the ends, so I'm starting with my V and feathering it up, and I'm going to saturate it in the foil. And because we're just doing the ends, I just fold the sides, as you'll see here in a second. I am one of those hairdressers that like to do the balayage even in foils instead of just free-handing it because I like how foils lighten up the hair. Foils incubate the hair better and lighten better. A fun fact I have is that I actually named this wig Viola. Viola's gonna have that money piece. Oh yeah. You'll see me part it in a zigzag, and then I also weave it out just so it has the most natural effect, and I tease it, and I'm doing another V. And as I'm feathering up the top of the V's, I'll actually put the side closest to the face up higher on the one side. And then as I'm getting to the top section, I'll just do a V. And we're gonna do one more V at the top here. I'm putting the sides up higher because we're getting up higher on the head. These are the remainder of the pieces of the top. And here I'm doing a weave and tease and feathering up all the way with no V. And I believe that this is my last foil that I'm going to do here. And it should start looking like that. And here I'm going to tone with 1 ounce 7P, 1 ounce 6T, and a ½ ounce 6N with 2½ ounces of processing solution. I am toning with quite cool shades because it turned up really warm, and to get it to a neutral color, just like to match the neutral base, we need to tone it with ashy colors because then it will create neutral and it will match the base better. And I've let the rest of the hair sit for about 5 minutes, and I'm doing this money piece very last because I'm going to watch it and I want to be the lightest piece on the head. So I'm going to literally watch it turn the right color. And you'll literally see here it changing right before your eyes. And see, it's not quite ready, but it's getting more and more of a neutral tone. And it's almost there, and that's the right tone. So we're going to rinse and shampoo, and you'll see here as I'm shampooing out the color, it is the perfect color for the look that we are going for today. And here's the color, how it turned out. I'm in love with this color, and I absolutely cannot wait to wear it. So let's put it on. Okay, we are doing the bald cap method today, so I'm going to stretch it out so it's nice and comfortable. The point of the bald cap method is to cut off that thick band in the front so that it lays nice and flat. So I'm taking my Got To Be Glued gel and I'm going to put that on the hairline. Now we're going to blow dry that in until it gets tacky, just on cool. You want to blow dry it. And then we're going to take the Got To Be Glued hairspray, and then I'm going to spray it all over that hairline above the thick band. And I still have the ears in just because I want to focus on that middle front. And then I'm going to cut out the ears, and you make sure to not cut yourself while doing this. You want to be nice and careful. And then I'm going to spray it again and then glue those corners down really well. And blow dry that in, and you want to make sure that it's all the way dry before you start cutting this band. And basically I'm using cuticle trimmers because I want to get as close as I can. So basically I look bald, so it will melt into my skin better, and the wig will melt into my skin better also. And that's what you want to see. And so now we're going to put on the wig and pretty much just glue it down. So we want to adjust it, and then I'm going to clip back the hair. And then we're going to use our Got To Be Glued gel and apply that all over the hairline. And blow dry that in a little bit till it just gets tacky so that you can put this over it. And then I'm going to use that Got To Be Glued hairspray a little bit around the edges as well. And then after this part, you want to make sure it's all the way dry before you use the cuticle scissors again. And you'll notice as I'm cutting, I am actually making diagonal zigzags back and forth so that it's not a straight line. That way it'll melt better into the skin. And then I Got To Be Glued hairsprayed it again, and then I'm going to blow dry it all the way, and here's the after.